What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Half-Baked Podcast coming at you through the power of the internet. My name's Nick. Tom's here in Lord Vega.
What the hell was that?
Dude, it's the base intro, bro.
I was looking at my my earnings today. Looking at the Patreon earnings we're getting, and I was like, wow, that's a lot of money for a person of color.
Oh, man.
And we're demonetized.
Why?
Epic. Let's go, boys.
Why?
And we're demonetized. Okay, that's a boogie reference.
It is a boogie reference, dude.
Okay, that's why I had to bring it up.
We boogie down. Hashtag.
Vega, if you don't know this, I don't know if you know this boogie reference. He was on stream, and someone donated to him, and he was like, "Oh, you're black. Wow, that's a lot of money for a person of color."
Yeah, Tommy uses it as a donation thing, I think.
yeah, he does. And then he was like, or is it not? I don't know. I have a flash drive. That's a gun. He just tried to change it, the subject immediately. Just carry on.
Yeah, moving right along. Dude, the old boogie clips are fucking hilarious. Everyone had a huge problem with them, but there was one where he was flying into Apex Legends and you could hear the music blaring in the background. And he goes, "Oh, you're divorced? I guess that's because your family fucking hates you," or something like that.
This is the worst thing.
Shit.
The thing about Boogie is he is cool when he's himself, but he just is faking it a lot of the time, which kind of sucks.
I mean, Boogie was at his best when he was a co-host on the Kill stream.
That was
People
good.
think that's a joke,
good.
but it's actually not. He literally was.
He was?
That was his best content. Did you see him beat up V in a debate?
Wait, is that real, V?
Yeah, he debated. Well, he kind of shit on V.
Okay, to be fair, everyone fucking shit on V. Okay, that wasn't Sargon.
Dude, V was like, Boogie, why are you so fat, Boogie?
All right, well, getting into the topics for today, I think the first one we can discuss, the Frenemies podcast. As you guys will know, Frenemies is a show with Trisha Paytas, internet Miss Piggy.
Trisha Paytas.
Is it Paytas?
Paytas, dude.
Okay, look, I don't know.
It's like
the
Trisha
same thing.
Paytas, as in Trisha Paytas once uploaded a photo to Twitter where there was toilet paper in her asshole.
Oh, whoa.
It's Trisha Paytas as in Trisha likes Jewish penis.
Oh, God. That's the other thing. Can we talk about that for a second? Okay, so Trisha gets into a fight with Ethan, and then money starts happening. Trisha's claiming it's not about the money. She just felt like she wasn't 50% of the podcast, if that makes sense. Meaning she couldn't make decisions when it came to new employees being hired and shit like that. But dog, Ethan Klein and her were having a private conversation that Trisha leaked, and Trisha referred to Ethan as being really Jewy, which immediately made her look fucking terrible.
Well, it's especially weird because she loves Jewish people.
No, but she went after Keemstar. He went after Keemstar a week ago for making jokes about Jewish people.
I know.
And then all of a sudden, they're talking about this in private and someone's calling him really Jewy? That's kind of weird.
Can we just say, her whole obsession with Jewish people also makes me question her TikTok username, which is Trish-Fish88. that is her TikTok
Wait, I don't
name.
get it.
88? It's the 1488 meme, Heil Hitler or whatever.
Wait, what?
Her name on TikTok is Trish-Fish88.
Maybe she was born in 1988, you psycho.
Oh, yeah, maybe she was.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wait,
man?
I'm so confused. Why did you think that meant 14? I would have never connected that to 1488.
There's two numbers missing from that. What are you saying?
No. But the 88 thing is a white supremacist thing. And the reason why I think it is because she's constantly talking about how much she loves Jewish people.
What?
Tom,
This is real.
You're crazy.
Tom!
You're crazy.
You're
I'm
connecting dots that aren't there, Tom. You're turning the frogs gay, Tom.
No, you don't understand.
Did you guys know in the Vatican that there's a cross on the wall and it's only missing 4 other straight lines to make a swastika? Don't you find that weird? Don't you find that weird? Isn't that weird?
I know I'm right on this.
No.
Someday I'll be vindicated. I've always been good at recognizing patterns.
Oh, my
You'll
God.
see.
Oh, dude.
You'll
So with
see.
Trisha and Ethan, it's just so hard to take a side because on the one hand, Trisha's fucking awful, and on the other hand, it's Ethan Klein.
Dude, I don't know if Trisha's awful. I think she's got issues, no?
I think she's just crazy.
She's
She's just
crazy.
insane.
Yeah, I mean, but again, they talk about people like Gabby, and Gabby's fucking crazy.
Right.
Okay, the thing is, I know Ethan sucks, right? But watching the clip of the argument that broke out on the podcast, if you actually see it, it's hard not to feel a little bad for Ethan because he's just this guy who, shitty as his business is, he's just trying to run it in a semi-professional manner where you don't talk about money live on the podcast. And Trisha is complaining. She's saying, "Oh, I want to see a breakdown of where the money goes, and I feel like I don't have enough input."
Yeah, but Ethan uploaded it.
Wasn't it a live thing though?
No.
No?
They recorded this and posted it, and then Ethan, I don't know if he made highlights of this.
Wait, it was edited, uploaded, and he complained about it?
I was under the
What?
impression that it was
Nah.
that it was that they stream it to their after dark people or whatever.
No, they don't stream. That wasn't After Dark. That was Frenemies. Frenemies
Well,
is
why
a
the fuck did he
podcast.
upload
I
it?
got it a day early. It was a member's bonus to get it a day early.
That's crazy.
So I was watching it before it came
Why
out.
did he upload it then?
I don't know, but doesn't that ruin your whole argument? Because
No, it does. It's like, what
It
the
does.
fuck's wrong with you?
It literally destroys it.
it's fucking crazy.
Okay, it doesn't ruin all of it, because I still think Trisha was being dumb by talking about it, but why not edit it out?
So then after Ethan posted the podcast, which I'm sure both of them like
Is
were
this all
okay
a
with,
work?
right?
Wait, is this all a work then? Like, what the
I don't know. Then Trisha drops a video, right? And Ethan's like, dude, you're getting my employees harassed. One of them had to private their account. So Trisha gets that text message, makes another video. So Ethan's now upset, more videos are being made. So the next day he drops a 44-minute Ethan Off the Rails podcast talking about Trisha even more.
Somebody sent me a clip of him talking about his dick not working or something. I was like, why was that necessary to mention?
Oh,
like,
God, yeah, he said he's on Lexapro and his penis isn't working right.
I was like, my dude, what are you doing? Why would you say that?
Why would you willingly mention that? Like, if you do have an issue.
He's like, Trisha's got problems, but I got problems too. I have depression. I'm on Lexapro. My dick doesn't work. I'm like, dude, I was listening to this live. My chat was spazzing.
My jaw kind of dropped. I was like, this. You could have done fine without mentioning that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I tweeted about that. Got like 4,000 likes. People were excited to hear about it.
Straight shooter Klein is shooting blank. He literally got his fucking.
No.
Well, he's not shooting
God,
blanks. He got his
okay.
wife pregnant. Then they said it could be triplets. Then it could be 2, but it's 1. Because apparently they have a powerful baby.
I was telling Nick before the podcast, I wanted to read more into the situation, so I went to Trisha's Twitter, right? I was like, okay, let's check this out. So I go to her Twitter, and I realized I had her blocked, and I was like, well, I was like, so this is why I can't find her Twitter. I've had her blocked for the longest time. And I'm like, why is this? And then I remembered it's because she posted, like, her asshole, and it was... People were retweeting it, quote tweeting it, like, this was like maybe a year ago.
This is the worst fucking
I just
thing
blocked
online.
her, and anyone that posted it, it's like the Nikocado avocado asshole levels of, like, really bad.
Dude, like, literally, somebody posted Nikocado avocado naked on my timeline today. I'm just like, you've just lost your privileges of being on my platform. Bye-bye.
Yeah, if you do that, you get blocked. Like, I don't want to see that shit. I don't.
Like, all right, so I remember this, and no offense, because I know Agmar is going to be really mad I bring this up, but fucking Mr. Repsion quote tweeted Trisha's asshole and went, "Is that toilet paper?" I'm like, you're such a dick. Like, I get it, but like, dude, you quote tweeted her fucking naked ass onto my timeline.
Well, that's part of his business model. He's in the OnlyFans ecosystem, so it makes sense that he would do that.
Dude, it's brutal.
Okay, so then the Trisha shit is not even
respect all sex workers.
The Trisha shit is just like craziness then, right? Like, it's just like pure insanity.
Yeah, it's insane.
Why post that at all? Like, the whole thing could have been avoided.
Well, he posted her other breakdowns and stuff. Those weren't live.
I think it sounds like she's trying to get a little bit more in order for there to be more drama. I think I can just say it's not even about money.
No,
Jesus.
you're actually completely off, and I'll tell you why.
Oh, am I?
She's
Okay.
leveraging the fuck out of Ethan because she can claim all she wants that it's not about money, but she mentioned one big factor.
What's that?
She saw none of the highlights money, and that highlights channel is making thousands and thousands of dollars every month. She was getting, I think, 45 from Frenemies. Dude, she can walk away from this because she is Ethan's whole channel. Like, he said, you're the talent, and he's not lying. Like, literally, she revived the H3 podcast.
All right, is that
She
true?
could be making
Is that
60-40.
true?
Yes. Dude, his views were down, and they exploded. Suddenly, everyone loved
wait
it.
a minute. We had a fucking podcast where Tom looked at his analytics and he says, "Oh, he's blowing the fuck up right now." Was that so long ago?
That was after Frenemies started.
Frenemies on episode like 35.
All right,
Blew them up.
we're back on track.
Yeah, this is like their big thing. After the drama with Keemstar and stuff like that, and like he kind of slowed down a bit, and all of his sponsors left, and the podcast wasn't making as much money. Trisha brought I forgot what sponsor it was. What's the lingerie company? Adam and Eve.
Right.
Trisha brought Adam and Eve as a sponsor, and then started doing like Frenemies with him, and that podcast, like D'Angelo Wallace was talking positively about it.
Yeah.
All of these guys who would critique both of them were like, dude, Trisha's great.
A lot of people
Trisha's
talk
stock
about
goes
it.
up because that whole community or whatever stopped talking about how she's made like transphobic comments, quote unquote, like jokes about, I'm a chicken nugget and stuff like that, and sexually harassed Keemstar and all this other shit. And now all of a sudden everyone loves her, but the minute she gets into a fight with Frenemies, people are like, Trisha is kind of problematic.
Oh,
and then,
that sucks.
Ethan's stock goes down.
Okay. Here's the thing, though. Not only has she always been that way, but also, like, if she is just trying to get leverage, why would Ethan allow her to do it by posting that episode publicly?
He has no choice. Either way, she can make her video, so why would he not post it? If he thinks he looks better than her, he's going to post that episode.
He does look
because
he
it
does
gives him
look
some
better than
defense. But at the end of the day, if Trisha just if she goes, I quit, and makes a video on her second channel, that would be worse than what happened, wouldn't it?
So you think at this point it's like Ethan just like had to come out and try to defend himself and his brand. Meanwhile, Trisha was going to follow through with whatever she was going to do anyway, and getting him to release the episode was ultimately what she needed to get publicity.
Yeah, I think she has all the tools necessary to make this like a huge money move and end up fucking like taking a lot of his revenue away, like really like pulling a lot from this podcast. Again, it's making so much money. Frenemies makes a lot of money, and the highlights channel for sure, it posts like 7 times at once, and all those videos are getting at least 100K over.
Yeah, just skimming this Insider article, it looks like both of them are talking about it a lot on both of their platforms.
Oh, Insider's talking about it too, huh? Jeez.
Yeah, she's been talking about it on her TikTok a lot. She's been like lip syncing to the episode. Paytas posted another video, including clips to dispute the claim that they were rude towards the Frenemies production crew, because that was an accusation that she got kind of later on.
Totally believable, by the way.
So
totally
definitely
believable.
looks like a sticky situation.
Well, she got mad they hired Ian's girlfriend. Like, Ian's one of the technicians or whatever that works on the podcast and stuff like that. Yeah. And a little nepotism happened because they hired her girlfriend without asking Trisha.
What's the problem, though?
Apparently Trisha was mad at Hila because like didn't respond to her text or something. Like, I don't even...
Oh, so that was a previous one. Remember, like the other It's Pizza Time drama?
But I think that was kind of like roped into this one too. Like that was kind of brought up. He's like, why does Hila hate me?
I'm sure Hila doesn't like Trisha.
No, I mean,
like,
who does?
Oh yeah, it's guaranteed.
But you got to remember, like, this is also Hila's brother's like almost wife.
Hila seems like the most sane person in this.
She is, because every time you see a clip of Ethan saying something crazy, all you got to do is look at her, and she's just like she's giving that look that like the wifey gives when your man is at a bar drunk as shit and he's like throwing up. She's just like, oh god, I can't believe I made this guy.
Isn't it kind of funny though how like I feel like celebrity culture used to be like this kind of side of like TMZ. It used to be like retarded people, but like they were always hot. And now it's like retarded people, but they're all like ugly and fat and disgusting to look at.
Oh my god!
It's like Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas. Like things have changed a lot in the past few years in like the gossip industry. You know, we don't have the pretty faces of TMZ anymore.
Yeah, dude, Trisha should not get that close to the camera, dude. Holy fuck!
Step back, get back,
get back. Stay back!
Worski moment.
Stay the fuck back!
Is that relevant to what we're talking about?
Vintage Andy Worski right there.
So wait a minute. She went buck wild because she had no say so in the production crew and in the choosing of who's getting hired, and then also the money on top of that with the highlights. Like, summed up,
yeah,
she's not getting enough money from the highlights at all.
She kind of tried to make it seem like it was about production, but I think during the episode they were talking about how I think she gets like 45% like money that the podcast itself makes, including sponsors, and Ethan gets 55, and 5% of that is used for just production on the show.
That's a what? So they were even splitting, right?
I mean, just about. Ethan took a little bit more, but she wanted money from the highlights channel, which makes bank as well for sure.
Yep.
So I guess that was her issue there. But she kind of tried to make it more like it was about like her input. I personally don't really believe that. Like at the end of the day, Ethan runs the show.
He does.
He has the podcast. He has the studio. He gets the guests. You know, he picks up the topics. He does a little research beforehand, I assume. Whereas Trisha literally shows up to record and leaves.
I think the way it sounds to me that Ethan, no matter what you got to say about him, he's being pretty fucking generous.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. You know, she's getting a pretty sweet
And
deal.
unfortunately, in the industry like this, that doesn't really fucking matter. Like, the guys on the production team make 1/5,000th of what Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson makes when he goes to a movie.
I hear you.
The unfortunate truth is that when Trisha steps into the studio, she is the most relevant person in the room. If she's not there, Ethan's channel does not do as well. When they get into drama, subs start falling. And if Trisha were to leave and Ethan wouldn't keep her happy, I think things would be a lot worse for his channel.
Did everything come up on the air, like, or was all this already previously hashed out? Ethan said no behind the scenes, and then on the air, all of a sudden, everything blew up.
The new hire is what spiraled.
The girlfriend.
Well, I mean, there have been discussions in the past about this whole thing. Like, was the impression I got. Like, Ethan was like, I don't know why you're always getting caught up on the money in like discussions we had.
I don't know why you're getting caught up on the money. Trisha is not making Star Wars on her fucking channel, dude. She's not the most creative person on the planet. What do you think she's doing this for?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I don't understand like what her issue is. Like, she seems to overvalue her input a lot. Like, sure, she did do a great thing for the channel and she helped Ethan revive his channel, but like the actual work she's putting in for the money she gets is like, you know, it's pretty crazy.
Well,
like
Logan Paul put in a lot of work for that fight and stuff like that, but he got 250K and Floyd Mayweather got 50 million.
He got 50 million off of that? Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of how it is sometimes in the entertainment industry. It's
no wonder he fought his ass. No
star power
wonder.
thing.
I mean, if Ethan Klein feels like he's making like, I mean, he's being generous and that Trisha doesn't deserve any more money, he could try to definitely shop that position around. I think Gabby Hanna would be a good host.
And let's be clear.
Frenemies.
This is one of the most popular podcasts in the world right now. Like, they're easily raking in more than $100,000 per episode. Like, it's a lot of fucking money.
And you think Greed just took over? Because to me, 45, and 5 for the production. Dude, if anybody should be pissed, it's
But would
the
you
guy
have gone into business with Trisha Paytas? Did you think this wasn't going to happen? Did Ethan Klein just assume that Trisha wouldn't do this? Like, she's a piece of shit. She's always been a piece of shit.
I think when you've been making videos like that for so long, they're like you crying in front of the camera and making like thousands of dollars like per upload, you probably get a little caught up on the fact that you think you're really awesome and bring a lot to the table, you know?
Having said that, do you think maybe it clicked in her head that was like, okay, well, I'm not really doing much here. What if I just bring some crazy drama now? Like, to your point before where you say you think this is all a work, you think she's working it and nobody else knows but her?
It could be.
Maybe, but like if that is the case, they're not on good terms right now.
Well, if she's working it behind the scenes like that, then it could just be because she wants more leverage over like the podcast. She wants more of that income.
I mean, and maybe that will happen.
That would be the icing on the cake.
I mean, the thing is, right, at this point, like, if they don't continue with the podcast, it's only a net loss. The dirty laundry's already out there, you know? To stop the podcast now would be to throw away a huge business opportunity that's only elevated by this drama, right?
Where does it stand right now? What's like the current status?
Bad terms.
Yeah, I know that, but it's like Trisha made her videos, but like where we at now? Like, is Ethan? What is Ethan?
I don't think there's been any response since Ethan's podcast, but that was like 2 days ago, so you never know like where it could go from here. You know, I think Trisha's been talking.
Well,
a lot.
it really did slow down.
I wouldn't say they're like best friends or anything. There's no resolution yet. It's just kind of up in the air.
And this is what makes me think that it's real, because I feel like if it was fake or whatever, someone would say something now that it's going quiet.
Yeah.
Or they would keep it going for the sake of like continuing making more money from it. But the fact that it is starting to like die out makes me pretty sure it's real.
Well, I would say, is it dying out or is it being eclipsed to the point? Well, you're probably right.
No. If a Trisha video dropped, it would be the biggest thing that happened.
What I was gonna say was I just got off of Twitter because fucking everything on my timeline was creep show art.
Oh,
and I was like, what?
You want to start this now?
We should do it. We have to.
Oh, should I not? Okay,
yeah,
never
let's
mind.
get in there. Gotta crack the knuckles.
Okay,
Time to burn
okay,
every
Nick,
bridge in the community.
I know you don't want to talk about it. Like,
I would love to talk about it.
God.
God.
My God,
yeah,
bro.
No, I definitely do.
Okay.
Nick is channeling his inner Trisha Paytas.
Okay.
Dude, this tea community needs to be fucking Josh Pescator burned to the ground and rebuilt. These people are all fucking degenerates. I hate every single one of them.
I'll let you get into that. Do you mind if I intro first?
Yeah, just give the backstory so we can, caress the architecture before we use it to just blow up their whole community.
Okay.
Let's go.
Throw some cuss words in there or something. Don't read an article, please.
Yeah.
Right. I will. So a little segue.
No racial slurs, Tom.
Yeah, please.
I'll try. You know how I am. So a little segue into our next topic. Creepshow Art, one of the biggest people in like the art commentary community. Pretty big channel, pretty successful in the past. She's one of these types. You know how the meme a few years ago, and to this day with some people, is like the gameplay and then talking about something, right? Well, for her in this community, it's like they draw something or they get someone else to draw something. Then they put that up as their like filler video and they talk over it, right? Recently, some stuff came out about her. It all started with a thread from DishSoap1234, which kind of summarized some of it. They say, I've seen some people ask about the Creepshow Art lolcow drama. This is a thread. And they have a few bullet points. Shannon, or Creepshow, has been posting on lolcow, a gossip site about influencers, since at least 2018. She was posting anonymously, but admins outed her as punishment for pretending to be her own fans and haters.
Dude, that's the most schizo shit I've ever heard. All right, listen. Tom, you can math teacher me any other day. I just gotta say how crazy this is. Vega, imagine if you were like making videos talking about all these people like harassing you and shit like that, and it turned out that you were the one harassing you by using a sock account on an internet forum.
Oh, is that what she did?
Yes.
Dude, she schizo posts. She's like, I'm not Creepshow Art. Edwin is a fake gay guy who tries to run around and pretend he's straight.
What? What the fuck? Whoa! That came out of nowhere.
She was like calling her friends trannies and shit. Allegedly.
I'm still stuck on Tom saying that there's an art commentary community.
I just want to give a little more.
Stuck on that.
I just want to give a little more context. So Vega, are you familiar with Kiwi Farms and what that site is? Do you know of it?
Yeah, I hear you guys talk. Yeah, they're like doxers or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, Kiwi Farms is a gossip forum. Right?
Oh, is it? Whoa, I got a completely wrong idea about that.
I mean, there is doxing. Doxing is allowed by the website, but it's basically a gossip forum. People talk shit about YouTubers YouTubers and E-celebs, right?
Okay.
Well, lolcow is basically like the female equivalent. So like when women, which, you know, love to talk shit about each other, when they want to do that online, they go there and it's anonymous. You can't make accounts. It's like a 4chan image board type thing, right? Really simple, like 2003 internet layout. You go there and you talk shit about people. So Creepshow was going there on her own thread, other people's threads, and like talking shit about herself, talking shit about her friends. She was talking shit about D'Angelo Wallace, who was one of her friends. She was like talking about how in the third person, like cheats on her husband by like sexting with people or something online. Like a bunch of crazy shit, right? Like complete schizo shit.
Dude, she was calling her friends trannies, apparently. And by the way,
Yeah.
allegedly, but like very thinly, because there's like a 99% chance that Shannon fucking did this.
Okay, yeah. And the reason why people kind of figured out that it was her was because they traced her IP address.
But wait, what?
And
What do you?
she's-
Hold on. What would you say to that, Vega? They go, "This is your IP address." What would you say to that? Even if you did it,
Even if I did it,
even if it was you, and I went, "That's your IP address right there." What would you say?
that'd be weird because I wouldn't do that. I don't know.
I would say that's not my IP address.
I would say yes. Whoever is like that would say that. Yeah.
That would be what I would go. Shannon's like, "Yes, that is my IP." However, and I'm like, "Oh no!"
She says she was IP spoofed, which is when someone like steals your IP, right?
Yeah, dude, it was some guy who spoofed every IP on every device she's ever used. and
Basically,
that's-
someone like takes your IP address and puts it. It's like a VPN type meme, I guess.
Okay.
They like pretend to be from your IP address, I guess. So that's what she's saying happened.
Oh, so it's a conspiracy.
Dude, this deep cover troll who had no idea their IP would ever be traced,
Right.
literally like used her thing to like.
That would be
oh my-
crazy
that's
though
so
if somebody went out of their
fucking
way to do that, and then like for what reason? Like, is she that popular? Is she like Dream or something?
I mean,
Or-
she's pretty big, 500K. I mean, a lot of people know of her.
Oh.
She's gone after a lot of people, had some decisive wins. But some of these posts are like, who's going to talk about the fact that racist uncles in a green card marriage with a fat autistic man who has a hand fetish?
what the.
By the way, this is a girl who like literally talks like, "Oh my god, that's so bonkers. I totally love you. You're like the nicest person ever." Like that's how she talks, right?
Yeah, and she's very like one of her latest videos is about like why there's no straight Pride Month and why we have a gay Pride Month. And meanwhile, she's on this forum calling people like trannies and faggots. Like it's
Oh,
kind of
boy.
it's a little like it's a little weird to see, right? It's a little strange.
So funny, dude.
Didn't we just do a channel review for this person?
No.
No. It's true horror stories. That's true horror stories.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
My
not
bad.
Creepshow Art. That's not
We're
Creepshow.
sorry.
I'm
True
sorry.
Horror
Jesus
Stories,
Christ,
you know.
$50 got you a mention in the main podcast. Wow, that's a great deal. You guys can join that tier to be.
Sorry about that true horror story.
But that's not the end of the drama.
Okay.
Which I think is where probably Nick wants to come in after I give a little more of an explanation. But
He's
recently,
cracking his knuckles.
this YouTuber named Emily Artful released a video.
I
A
seen her
2-hour
everywhere.
Yeah, dude, a 2-hour and 5-second video called "Creepshow Art Has Always Been This Way," where they accuse Creepshow of stalking them for a decade, harassing them, supposedly like pushing them to suicide. I think one of their quotes was "using my drug addiction against me" or something.
What the
So there's
fuck?
a lot of like shit in here, a lot of accusations. My biggest issue with the video was that it's kind of 2 hours of feelings, and it opens up with like this like, oh, I have concrete evidence, and then the evidence for me is like kind of circumstantial
dude, it's
and
even
not great.
hold
Right,
on.
right.
Before you get there, I want to jump in here, but the thing is,
Get in there, Nick. Start swinging.
All right, so she puts out a post, right? And this is what the video is supposed to establish. This predates the video, and a lot of people were saying it's really damning if true. I basically shut my brain off because when people post like something like this and don't even have a single screenshot up, that's meaningless to me. But what she said was, Creepshow Art has copied, stalked, harassed, threatened my children's lives, used revenge porn against me, tried to use my drug addiction against me, and has gotten me fired from multiple jobs, causing me to be homeless. The person has pushed me to the brink of suicide multiple times and tried to blame it on someone else when I caught her red-handed by IP tracing her. That's fucking insane, right?
I'm too high for this.
That's a fucking massive allegation. But then you get into the video, and it starts off going, Creepshow Art and her boyfriend, who might be her husband, who was my ex-boyfriend, also did this.
What? She stole somebody? Oh, wait a minute.
But the point is, the video does a really good job telling the user that, like, maybe Creepshow Art's husband was doing this.
Oh, interesting.
And she's like 1 degree of separation from him, therefore Creepshow Art did it. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Did
like,
she inadvertently pin it on the husband with the evidence, and then Creepshow Art just happens to be the YouTuber. Is that what you're saying?
That's what it really feels like. Like, there's some stuff that could be related to Shannon, but again, like, I'm being a bit too generous to the video. The video is a lot of feelings, like Tom said. Like, she says a lot of stuff like,
yeah, like, I watched some of it.
Anthony.
I watched some of it, and she's like describing a band she's in. This is like this life story. Like, I don't really care. Like, why can none of these people just give me like a 25-minute breakdown, simple receipt after receipt after receipt information,
or a Google document?
Yeah, exactly, or a well-written Google document. Like, I'm just
we need more of those.
Well, I mean, I think it would be better than this. It doesn't let you fucking sit there and talk about your life for 45 minutes.
Yeah. I just don't, unless I'm a fan of this girl, I don't care about her life story. Like, I don't give.
Did it sound like it was context to like her life and how it was ruined?
Kinda.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
No, it didn't.
It's not
it really
completely
didn't.
Irrelevant. It's kind of necessary, but it could have been shortened so much.
There was so much irrelevant. There was stuff in there. She's like, my stalker Anthony fantasized about shooting up schools and going to find the bullies that ruined his life and hurting them back. And he loved the Joker and fantasized about being Heath Ledger. That's the kind of shit that's in the video.
Respect.
What did it have to do with Creepshow Art?
She was dating this guy who I'll get to it. It's actually like fucking insane.
Well, wait, Nick. The guy you're talking about is her ex, but the girl that's in trouble.
Creepshow's husband.
But that was that girl that made the exposed video on her's ex?
Yes.
Bro, what are they, neighbors? What happened there?
And that's why it's believable.
That's the thing, though. There's like this whole like web of like weird shit.
Because again, I'm not criticizing everything she's ever said and saying that she's lying entirely, right? I'm saying that there's so much speculation in this video. It's extremely disjointed. The thing is, when I first watched it, I only watched an hour and a half of it, and people are like, you're an asshole, Nick. Didn't you know that all the evidence would be at the final 30 minutes? And I'm like, fuck you, dude. I'm sorry. Like, no offense.
Did you sit through the whole thing? Because I have not.
I eventually did. I eventually fucking sat through it.
And what do you
I'm like,
think?
this was still a waste of my fucking time. Like, I'm sorry. And then, wait, so I get fucking called out today by like a 35-year-old woman who smokes 7 packs of cigarettes a day. And I'm like, let me on. I want to talk to her. Bring me on this girl's fucking stream. Get me on there. So I get on there. She's a lot nicer to me when we start talking. But she's mad at me. And we like agree. It doesn't, dude. It's so.
What's the name of this person's channel that you've debated?
I forgot. It's already one ear in, one out the other. I don't know.
By the little bit that you've already told me, this sounds like a story that's just built for the book rack at Walmart.
The thing is, you say that it's got 700,000 views. Like, people are watching this video, and it was released a day ago.
Is that a popular community? How come that's never hit our radar or my radar?
Yeah, no, it kind of is.
It
kind of is.
Oh.
The thing is, it wouldn't be on your radar if you're not a woman. But
I like the little accent you added there, Tom. If you're a woman.
No, it's true. This is the female commentary community.
Okay.
It's all about their feelings.
So Tom, you understand my take on this, right? That like Creepshow Art probably did it. Creepshow Art's like a crazy schizo freak.
Yes.
There's like a chance that some of this is related to Creepshow, but it's honestly, we've got all that other evidence on her, and she's already losing a ton of subscribers. So I don't really think anything else needs to be said on it, and I'm not going to cover anything else.
No, I'm not going to do a video or anything. Yeah.
But and this new video is like a lot of that could have been the case, or maybe that happened, but there's pretty much nothing really here substantial that I can talk about. That's definite.
No, I agree. It's kind of just a dog pile.
Okay, so Emily Artful compared me to her rapist.
Whoa.
No, I saw that, yeah.
She's like, this guy reminds me of Anthony. Like, are you kidding?
Why is that always the go-to? Anytime.
Okay, the thing is,
fuck?
this is like a 30-year-old woman, and she's like, this Nick DiOrio guy, he just wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this like a real-life human, or is this like a parody?
Okay, so what did she say that was not true, though?
I've never made fun of her fucking, like, I've never talked about, like, her actual, like, experience with that. Like, I'm not like, they're like, you're being a fucking rape apologist. Like, where? There's one meme that I made that they were getting really mad about. You know that initial post? The I'm currently shaking and crying post that I just read to you?
Oh, yeah.
So I took that post and I replaced Shannon's name with Boblax.
That was funny.
And I made the last sentence say, Boblax, you are gay. All of the things you claim Lion Maker did to you are the things you did to me. Like, it's a fucking joke. And then, like, I'm setting it up, right, with, like, this massive allegation, and then I put the evidence under it was a post of Boblax saying, healthy young child goes to the doctor, gets pumped with a massive shot of many vaccines, doesn't feel so good, and changes. Autism. Many such cases. So, like, here's my setup. I name a bunch of allegations, and then I can't substantiate them. That's the joke, right?
Right.
And then everyone's like, so you made fun of her rape.
Oh, that's where they got that from? What a conclusion.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute. I made fun of a post you made about Shannon. Did Shannon rape somebody? What are you talking about? There's not even rape in that fucking message. Literally, nobody's talking about it.
Wait a minute, Nick. Are you saying she confused what you said and now you're confusing what she said? Did she actually compare you to a rapist, or she just
I'm going to
said...
read the quote. I got the quote right here, buddy.
All right, go ahead.
This guy reminds me of Anthony. Just wants to watch the world burn.
Okay, Nick, he wants to watch the world burn. That's a set of his attitude. That doesn't mean that you're a rapist.
She just made a whole video talking about how Anthony raped her.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean...
I'm sorry, like that's definitely.
Oh, I think you know, Nick. Come on,
you are
man.
being insane, bro.
No, I don't
Dude, there are like 4 factors to her boyfriend. 1, he wants to shoot up a school. 2, that he's allegedly a rapist.
Okay,
3,
maybe
he's a stalker. Those are the only characteristics that we know about her boyfriend. Which one am I?
Yeah.
And which one's better than the other, Vega? I know nothing else about this guy.
And it's definitely like a manipulation thing too. Like immediately, like what do you think her fans are gonna think? They're gonna be like, "Oh, what the fuck? It's just another Anthony in the world."
Yeah, I know.
And it's working. I'm getting spam
You're
with
right,
this
you're
shit.
right, you're right.
God.
You got me.
You want to hear some comments that I got? Here's one. After he continually made fun of her and her sexual assault, she compared their humor to edgy. Nothing else. Okay, dude.
I forgot we were in the realm of crazy. I thought I forgot we were in crazy.
Yeah.
Town. Okay, never mind.
Why come here and lie? You made fun of her sexual assaults. You are an asshole. I'm like, dude, fuck you guys.
Yeah, of course
like,
you
guys
did.
are pieces of shit.
You know what? I just like to say in advance, maybe not in advance, this is after the fact, but I never liked Creepshow Art's videos, which means that I've been officially vindicated here. Everyone who makes bad videos is a terrible person, and that's how I feel.
The thing with Creepshow Art is, like, again, I said this before, and this isn't defending her, this is more of why I'm upset that she's crazy, is that, like, there's an instance where some bottom-feeding loser who was friends with John Swan was going through a really tough time, and he really needed money, and he was low on his rent and stuff like that, and Creepshow's like, I got you, and then gave him a shitload of money.
Wait, some bottom-feeding loser?
She's a seemingly nice person, right? I've seen this, like...
know who
We're not going to name who it was. Just keep on moving. Just keep on going. But it's like, I know there's like an instance of somebody who needed money and Creepshow
This
gave
is such a roller coaster ride. Where did John Swan's friend go? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, no, again, like, and then there are more of these stupid fucking T channels. Did you guys see Petty Page?
I think I might have seen it.
No.
Dude, Petty Page is the Al Sharpton of the fucking commentary community.
What?
Every fucking day. Any drama she gets involved in, boom, the race card gets ripped out. So
Holy
she
shit.
tweets out, anyways, I'm done with this fight and nice feed. Argue amongst yourselves and find out why the same people duped by John Swan are the people pissed again. Good night. So she's obviously targeting my community, right?
Okay.
My community's obviously going to answer. So I wrote her, quick, call me a racist and log off like you always do. I wake up the next morning. I guess she has me muted because she replied to everybody else. She writes, the commentary community is occupied by 90% white people.
Yeah.
At some point, we have to acknowledge that most don't want me occupying that space. Fuck you!
This is the
Fuck
thing you'll
you.
notice. A lot of the people in this community, like, their entire identity comes down to their race or sexuality.
Dude, every fucking person who has a fucking card to pull pulls this shit on YouTube. I wish I had one, dude.
The annoying thing is, like, it's just like, what do they bring to the table? other than the
Nothing!
fact- Exactly. So they have
Her
to be
videos
like, oh,
are
well,
terrible.
I'm
Her
black.
takes are terrible. She defended Deaf Noodles making false fucking pedophile allegations and didn't say shit about that. I don't want to hear this from you, Petty Page. Like, you're a fucking loser.
Respect.
Wait a minute. 5% of this community is minorities? Where are they at?
10% of this community is minorities, Vega. It's literally just you, the guy,
Me-
Internet
it's like me,
AJ,
Technicals.
some ordinary gamer and technicals. That's all the black people and Spanish people in the community.
Wait, what about Willie Mack show?
True, yeah, fair.
What the
That's
fuck?
just-
Willie's white as fuck. What are you talking about?
He's like a fourth Jewish or something.
No, Willie's 187th Cherokee.
Oh, I see. Well, I stand corrected.
Wait, no, what about Augie? Augie too. He's like Korean.
Augie's Chinese, yeah.
Augie's Chinese?
No, not at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No, Augie is half Cantonese.
I'm such an asshole.
Why do you always do this? Every time I try to like trick Vega into thinking something, Nick, you're like, no, we can't have it like that.
I was helping.
I think you're just mad because you got owned when I convinced you that Gokunaru was a Jew for like a year.
Oh my god, this is why they call us all racists. We're just friends with Turkey Tom.
Sorry.
Like, it's so fucking stupid.
All right, so our next topic.
Apparently, Dream got in trouble again.
Yeah, no, Dream did get in trouble. And of course, he apologized like the good boy he is. So basically, the most recent Dream apology, which I talked about in the new video on the Turkey Tom channel, is about, so basically this is what happened, okay? Vega, I don't know if you've heard this, but Dream recently released a song, okay? He's been doing music. And the song that he released was called Mask, and he was describing his experience feeling like he has to wear a mask, okay? You know, he's very depressed. He feels like he can't be himself, etc. In this song, he had to take his normal pills, okay, which I presume, you know, people are saying...
Probably medication.
Yeah, it's exactly medication for his ADHD.
Right.
And so, basically what happened with this was people called him out on Twitter for it, right? People were saying, like, what the hell? Are you, like, encouraging people not to take your normal pills? Because in the video, he threw them out. And he responded saying this: "They really be like." He visualized his personal experience as a kid with ADHD and medication for it. Disgusting. Then he put a music note emoji and said, drugs, drugs, and then another music note and said, Ayo, turn that shit up, Charles. So what is your impression of that tweet? What are your feelings?
By the tweet or what he did?
Just by the tweet itself.
Hey, he's just pretty much saying that the mainstream shit, everybody talking about drugs and doing all that shit, it's probably far worse than what he did. He just expressed himself, yeah?
Right. So let's see the,
am I wrong on that?
response. No, you're right. Let's see the response that he gave after that.
Okay.
Felt like this was important for me to say. I'm sorry that my reply earlier that contains me saying drugs could be harmful to members of the black community.
Whoa!
Understand why, and that wasn't my intention.
Whoa! What the fuck?
We'll be more careful in the future. You see the issue here?
What? How does that relate?
Exactly. That's what we're saying. Like, are you saying, like, if you say the word drugs, like, you're hurting black people? Like, I don't understand.
Oh my god.
Dude, Dream he's apologizing because the first time he thought of black people, he didn't think of drugs synonymously. He didn't realize if those two are related.
Clearly in the first tweet, he's saying, like, you know, in a lot of, like, mainstream songs, you have people talking about drugs, no one has an issue with that. Like, why can't I just do it, you know?
Right.
And now it's just like a little meme at the end of his tweet, right? It wasn't even like a main point. And now he's like, I'm sorry that I hurt the black community. Like, first of all, I want to know, like, I want to meet the people calling him out for this who had, like, a huge issue with what he was doing, right? Like, I don't understand.
Has he heard my people's music? It's like literally all coke fucking drug dealing, like fucking.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Like, I just don't understand what the issue was. Like, and this is the thing you'll always see with Dream, right? As soon as he gets called out for making any retarded joke, he instantly apologizes. Recently, he had to apologize because a few years ago, he did, like, this video. I think it was 2 years ago. 2019. He did a video where he was like describing Minecraft. It was like a parody video. And he was wearing like a black guy skin. And he was like, and now they have a new skin, Tyrone, which is like just like a retarded racist joke, right? It's like super dumb. But he like, people found it somehow and like called him out. And he was like, I'm so sorry that I hurt the black community with my YouTube video. It's like, I don't know. I feel like,
oh, he made another tweet on top of the other one?
No, this is the thing though, right? There's like 5 or 6 apologies now he's done for like jokes. There was another one where he said he was playing Minecraft on a stream with Captain Sparkles, and he said that he wanted to lynch cheaters, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then people in the community were like, well, you're like being offensive to black people. And you're like, you know, like you're like making fun of slavery or some shit. And
right.
He had to respond to that.
Dude, it's so scoffed.
I just don't. Like, it just doesn't feel real.
I would say, if anything, because the word lynch was used, you could probably... The other tweet? No. That's not even...
That's that closest one, right? The lynch one is like the closest I could see.
But like lynch a cheater, like immediately black people. I understand that, like, I don't know. Is there any like sizable amount of people who are of a different color who've been lynched?
Of course, but to me, that's not really a debate, because I mean, we're talking, we're in America. This is the subject matter. So.
All right, but you can't use. So we have the N word, we have the L word. What else? What else are we gonna have because of racial context?
No, I'm talking about with them. Me personally, you use whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. What I'm saying, for them, if you were to tell me that was the issue, I'd be like, I could kind of see it.
Yeah.
For once, you know, there's a little bit of you're closer. But the other tweet, what?
I feel like this whole issue comes down to like, okay, like, you know, obviously as a white kid from suburbia who's never struggled with any racial strife in my life, I can't really understand the opinion of someone else, like, who's in a different position, right?
Yeah.
That being said, if I was black and I saw him say lynch, it might be a little uncomfortable at first, but I feel like if I thought about it more, I'd be like, okay, this isn't a huge deal, right? Like, he wasn't saying, like, oh, we should lynch them, especially if they're fucking black. Like, it's not like that's what he's doing, you know? Like, he's making, like, a retarded joke.
Right.
And when they asked him about it, he was like, you know, I'm really sorry about this. I was thinking about the game Town of Salem, which is a game where they use the name lynch for, you know, like, lynching witches.
That's
right?
where I think, yeah, that's where.
Yeah.
If you would say, don't use slavery, when you say lynch, where does that come? And I would be like, probably the lynching of witches.
Yeah. But he's racked up so many instances of this over time.
You're talking the apologies. Yeah.
Yeah. This is going to be a weird take. Okay, this is going to be maybe a hot take. I don't know if you guys are going to agree.
For the first time on the podcast, you don't say.
This may be one of the hotter ones. I think personally, anyone who at any point in time finds shit like Lynch cheaters or Tyrone the Black Minecraft skin, edgy shit, and then Filthy Frank, I don't know, iDubbbz saying, whatever stuff we can't say on the podcast, N-word faggot or whatever, right? If you find those things funny at any point in time, later on, you should not be able to condemn other people for finding it funny. That's
I
what
think
about
so.
the people that never found it funny? Are they allowed to?
They just don't exist because those people were extremely popular.
Here's the thing: if you never found it funny, I think it's okay to not like it. I don't think you should go after other people for enjoying that kind of humor. I will say that.
It's just
but this is more of an unrelated thing. I think.
Well, why wouldn't they? They can if they want to.
I think that anyone who used to find that stuff funny and apologizes in the future for that stuff is being performative. I think this is a consistent thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vega, I agree with you. They certainly could, and I think we should bully the ever-loving shit out of them until they leave the fucking platform.
But that's what it'd be. Everybody's got that freedom of speech, right? So they're able to come at you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think they freedom to bully the fuck out of them, dude. Oh my god.
Obviously, they can say what they want. I don't want to take away their right to have an opinion. Everyone has that, right? Obviously, but I disagree, and I think it's retarded. This happened also recently. Okay, with Drew Gooden, he's a big YouTuber, kind of commentary type stuff, right? And people found this old tweet where he made this joke. The joke was I just did a video about this. I don't know how I don't remember it exactly, but it was a super just off the walls, retarded Asian stereotype. It was me as a guy talking to an Asian girl. Damn, you're so cute. I'm glad my eyes aren't slanted like yours so I can see you. And then it's the girl replies with ching chong, right? That's the joke. It's so stupid, playing on a stereotype. So obviously offensive on purpose.
Were they friends?
No. It wasn't to someone. He was describing a bit, right? So he was me to Asian girl.
Oh, it was him all by himself.
Yeah.
Okay,
it wasn't a real. It was just a tweet he typed out, right? A hypothetical situation.
Right.
People dug that up. This was from 2015 or 16, before he was really popular on YouTube. People dug it up, and he apologized in a minute long video, and donated $15,000 to stop Asian hate organizations as a response. Maybe this guy kind of feels bad, but I can't help but feel that this is over the line performative, begging his fans not to hate him.
Do you think it's possible that maybe he's grown in that time? Maybe he's gotten to know Asian people that really ain't down with that shit.
He was an adult. He was 23. I mean, maybe.
I've said it before, where if you become successful at a certain age, your growth and your maturity is kind of stunted, right? So maybe at some point he started to actually get down and dirty with some friends in real life that aren't YouTubers. So then when I'm saying maybe, it's probably a possibility. You know, the people that are buck wild and crazy online, I would say those people aren't really growing.
I don't know.
Those people are just all in the bubble of the internet. But if Drew Gooden,
I don't know.
Now follow me here. If Drew Gooden, at whatever age he is, if he's out there and he's running around and he finally starts to meet people of color, people of different cultures and backgrounds, he's going to wind up having conversations and maybe crack a joke like that. And that person's going to look at him like, what'd you say?
I mean, maybe. But I would never say that to an Asian person,
Listen, man, I've been in situations where my homies can call me whatever the fuck they want. If some dude I know, even if it's my homeboy's homeboy, in a room, and he says, oh, yeah, well, it's something a spick would do, I look at him and be like, what the fuck you just say?
Yeah.
There's an immediate conflict right there, because now I feel like you're disrespecting me. On the internet, I would say maybe that might be something that somebody of color is looking in, and somebody says the N-word, and they come in and they're just like, oh yeah, you guys think that's fucking funny?
That's fair.
They don't know you guys,
but at the
you know what I
same
mean?
time,
And you guys don't know them. It could have occurred in his life where he met people he didn't know and cracked an inappropriate joke, and those feelings to people in front of you is different than online. Somebody in front of you cracked a joke about is going to be like, yo, dude, what the fuck? That's fucked up. And then if you have a heart anyway, you would probably feel something. If not, you'd be like, fuck you, whatever. I don't know. It's a possibility is all I'm saying.
It's a possibility. That's fair. And, you have a lot more life experience than me on that issue. So I'll take your word for it on that, right? That probably makes sense. But at the same time, I don't know, maybe even apologizing, I can understand, right? If you really feel bad and you feel like you're pushing.
He gave 15,000
members. If you're pushing some members of your community away, I could kind of get that, but the whole donating thing, I just don't. It's so gay. I don't get that, I don't see what that's gonna do for the cause at all. It's just
right.
It's just a show, right? Because 15 grand is not gonna make a difference to this guy.
To him, yeah.
And going back to your point, I don't know, I feel like he was less online 4 years ago before he was a super famous, popular YouTuber.
Could be, yeah. I don't know him or any. I'm just saying.
In the video, he was I've grown as a person and I feel like it's lazy comedy and I don't want to be offensive to people and I want to make people laugh.
Oh, wait a minute. I saw that. I saw that video on Twitter. But I just didn't know.
Yeah,
really.
I remember people were responding to it.
Yeah. I didn't know it was like an Asian thing. I think he was just apologizing for something, but it was like really corny.
Yeah, it was a really dumb, like, a joke about Asian people, basically. Like, I get wanting to, like, move on from that stuff, right? Like, as you get older, that stuff probably gets less funny. Who knows how I'll feel in 4 or 5 years? I don't think I'll change, but, if I do, that's completely, open to it. I just don't like this thing where people condemn other people or, like, performatively apologize for making dumb jokes when they were, like, younger. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
personally, yeah, I agree as far as like that's concerned. But if you're going off and you're digging up the crazy bullshit that people are saying,
yeah,
it should be to your point of like contradiction, maybe of not being able to understand why other people are doing it during that time. But
yeah,
I've always settled on, as I've learned before even the internet came around, if you're gonna say something, you can say it as long as you're prepared for the consequences. The consequences are not up to you. It's whoever's dishing out the consequence.
Yeah, of course.
If you feel like saying and doing whatever you want, go for it.
I'm just trying to imagine, like, why would you want to apologize to these, like, teenagers on Twitter who dig up your 4-year-old tweets?
That's another thing, too. It's crazy people,
What do you mean? It makes too much sense. They don't want to be in drama.
That's a good point.
He doesn't want to be in drama. That's why. He's afraid. He's schizo. Like, the guy is, like, super fucking nervous at any time he's going to lose out on all the 11-year-olds who watch him.
We're still talking Drew Gooden, right? This is what happens
when you have a small... Oh, I thought we were talking about... No, never mind. I thought we were talking about Dream.
Oh,
yeah, we started talking about Drew Gooden, basically. Well, I think you zoned out.
I'm sorry, dude. Insert YouTuber name here. They just don't want to be in drama. Not, like, at all.
True. There's a lot to lose, though, Nick. There's a lot to lose.
If what got leaked was, like, like an R White Goose type thing, like, or like a Soph thing, where it's like an unhinged rant about how they hate minorities, like...
But that's not realistic. Not everyone is
No,
Soph.
that's what I'm saying, though. Like, if that was the case, if that's what came up, I would understand being like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this.
Right.
Even though it got leaked, I don't want to push people away from me just because of their race, right? That's like that's fair. But with this, it's like you said Ching Chong in a tweet 4 years ago. Like I don't know. Like this was on the radio, like on Howard Stern. Like this is it's just so hard for me to wrap my head around. Like that was just the internet at that time.
So you would say the way it read was clearly a joke and not something like obviously racist. You know what I mean?
You know what? I actually have it.
I see what you're saying. I'm following you.
I just want to show you it just so you.
By the way, while you're pulling something up or showing Vegas something, I just want to say, going back to the Emily Artful stuff, I really wish Scrimzix, the former Nathrix guy who like makes Roblox videos on police brutality, would like torpedo himself into an active volcano. I can't tweet that out.
Whoa!
But dude, that guy is like the biggest fucking loser.
Hold up. 1 second. I just want to.
Holy shit, dude.
I just want to Vega take a look at General. I sent you the tweet just to make sure there's nothing weird going on, crazy.
Okay. I lost 3 followers when I tweeted this, but
like clearly a joke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's stupid and corny, but like it's just a joke.
Yeah, and it what is that 2016? So yeah, of that time, not a big deal. And by the way, it's not just 2016. We're looking at like decades of that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Of that kind of joke telling. Yeah. And it's not like there ain't no white people jokes. Because when I was coming up, you guys were the joke.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know a lot of white people growing up. But.
We still kind of are, to be honest with you. To be honest, we still are the joke. Especially when we've got representatives like Dream. But Nick, go ahead. Bully Scrimzix.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just this more of these fucking people who are sending me my tweet that has nothing to do with this guy Anthony. At all whatsoever. Has nothing to do with anybody, like, getting sexually assaulted. And they're like, here, you made fun of her getting sexually assaulted. Like, these people are so fucking stupid. I'm so thankful that there are people like me on this platform who aren't as fucking retarded. Like, people like Tom and Augie and Bo Blacks who, like, actually have some brain cells and stuff like that. Who don't make Roblox videos about fucking police brutality and who didn't lose their fucking YouTube channel because they forgot the Google login and wiped their fucking cell phone. I don't know, dude. They're just fucking brain dead. Dude, there's so many fucking morons on this website.
What did he do that caused that rant? Jesus
he tweeted
Christ!
Out, I'm quite shocked. Tipsters defending this disgusting behavior. She compared Nick, who mocked her rape trauma, to her abusive ex. She didn't compare any criticism to rape. And then someone goes, Nick didn't mock her rape trauma. And then he goes, he did, and sent me a screenshot of me joking about her accusing Creepshow Art about things she can't substantiate, where rape, sexual assault, or Anthony aren't listed at all. Mm-hmm. Like, these people just need to take a fucking leaping dive into the short end of the pool. Like, holy shit, dude. Oh my god.
Yo, I've been looking at Lolcow. Do you mind if I read off a few funny posts about you and Augie, Nick?
Sure, go for
regarding
it.
the recent Creepshow stuff. So the most recent post we have about you is, can someone please make a thread for this obese incel? Not just for containment, but because the fat faggot is long overdue.
What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Dude, these websites are funny.
Yeah,
I'll give
this
it
one
credit.
says, yeah, I hate this little faggot Augie. I'm amazed he has a fan base. He is the quintessential ugly emo edgelord kid everyone bullied in high school.
But these are the same people who go on Twitter and say, like, Dream, why did you use that song from the Navajo Indians?
Whoa.
He plays devil's advocate a lot because it's just so fucking edgy to go against the popular opinion. His overall views and sub count are trash. People like him having a platform make me lose hope in humanity. Thankfully, his opinion doesn't mean much of anything in the grand scheme of things. I'm hoping at this point larger channels outside of Shannon's reach are willing to pick this up. Philip DeFranco. Wait, did Philip DeFranco cover Creepshow art?
I don't know. But anyways, I just want to congratulate Augie on using his YouTube revenue to buy an apartment.
Oh, he moved out.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats
Congrats
Augie.
to him.
Moving out of the
for
parents'
not
house.
having to go get a job like a lot of these people who are writing on their image boards.
Congrats to him on making content and doing things that entertain people instead of begging for money like Art Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing the same thing you guys are doing, but he gets paid for it and lives in a house and doesn't have to go to work.
No, seriously, congrats to Augie, though. I'm happy for him.
Is he green screening the closet now?
No,
What's
he's
he
going to
doing?
have a studio.
No, he said he's going to try to green screen the closet for some memes.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
He is? I thought he was going to have like a studio type thing.
Oh, he is going to have a studio, but I think he's going to also have a green screen that he can like put himself in the closet.
Yeah, that'd be great. dude.
The
That'd be
closet, I will say, the closet is a nice aesthetic, you know?
Dude, that guy made more money than a lot of these. Like, dude, a lot of my friends who were coming out of college were making less money than Augie makes per month.
But he grinded to get there. I remember that dude grinded.
Yeah, I mean, everyone grinds to get there, but
Yeah, he built a little empire.
He came back from a very, very, very embarrassing situation and just fucking rocked it, dude.
But that's really his start. Like, I think that was episode 20 of the After Hours or something like that. He's on episode like 300 now.
But that's what I mean. He's grinding.
The show is like immensely successful, dude. 2,000 fucking viewers a show.
Of course.
That's awesome, dude. Like, we never saw this happening for any of us, and I'm so proud of everybody who came
For
up.
sure. Huge shout out to Augie. In my opinion, one of the best streams out there in the world. Definitely check his stuff out if you haven't, but if you're listening to this, you've probably seen it. And congrats to him on the apartment again.
Congrats. Don't get out of the closet.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you liked our episode last week with Wang. We have more big guests coming, and actually the next episode is a guest on it. We just don't know who it is yet because we haven't planned it out. But anyways, check it out. We have a channel review that we just dropped as well. Join for $50 on Patreon. We'll review your channel, your OnlyFans. Anyways, that's the end of the show. Goodbye.
And we're gay!